you looking to add springtails to your terrarium? Well, in this video we're going to cover how you can get your own springtails, how you can cultivate them, and how you can actually build a trap to gather your own springtails from your backyard. Hey guys, this is Joe here from Hermit Garden. In this video we're going to talk about how you can build a springtail trap and how you can actually get your own springtails for your terrarium, get them to populate themselves in their own culture, and get yourself a supply of springtails to add to your terrarium whenever you want. So if you haven't heard of springtails before, maybe if you're new to building terrariums, springtails are these little insects. They're about maybe a quarter of an inch long at most. They're like these tiny white little insects that kind of crawl around. They're like over 100,000 different species, hundreds of thousands of different species out there all over the world. They're found pretty much everywhere in nature, mostly in the soil. Like if you just go out into the forest somewhere or into your backyard, you can probably find some springtails just crawling around. And the reason why a lot of terrarium builders like to use them for their terrariums is that they will actually eat up any mold, fungus, or decaying organic material in your terrarium. Basically, they clean up all the stuff that you don't want to see inside of a terrarium. And so that's why they kind of go really well with any terrarium build, just cleaning up any junk that gets accumulated in there over time. So let's talk about how you can actually build a trap for your springtails. So there's three things that you're going to need for this. So the first thing you're going to need is a small container. You're also going to need some kind of fungus, like a mushroom. Just go to the grocery store, grab some mushrooms, that'll probably work, and a paper towel. And with those three things, you can build a pretty simple trap that has a pretty good chance of catching some springtails. So if you don't know this already, springtails really love moisture and they love to feed on fungus. And that's what the mushroom and the paper towels are for. You're going to put those two things inside of a small container. It could be like a small takeout box that you got from a restaurant sometime, just whatever container you have lying around. So you're going to get a wet paper towel, just soak it in a little bit of water, put that into your container with your mushroom, and that's really all there is to it. You just got to put those two things in a small cup or something, and you're going to go outside, put that somewhere. Probably a moist, kind of shady area would probably work better. That's probably where all the springtails are kind of gathered. So you just kind of put it in one of those areas. You're going to want to tilt the container over a little bit so that the opening is accessible to any springtails. And you're just going to leave it out there outdoors for a couple days or so. And after waiting for a couple days, you come back there, you're going to see a whole bunch of springtails inside of your container, just like feeding off of that mushroom that you put in there. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You'll have a bunch of springtails at that point. You can take your container home with you and add those springtails into a springtail culture that you have. So with the springtail culture, I might make another video about this, or you can go to my website, hermitgarden.com, and learn more about this. But basically, a springtail culture is pretty simple. It's just a container with some charcoal in there and a little bit of water and potentially maybe a few grains, like you throw some rice in there to feed them with the mold that grows off of that. So you just add your springtails into a culture like that, and you should start to see your springtail population grow to a pretty large amount in about a couple of weeks' time. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You just add your springtails to your culture, let it sit there for a couple weeks, and by that time you can add your springtail to wherever you want to use them, to either to a terrarium or to a houseplant, like in some potted soil or something. So that's pretty much all I have to talk about. That's all I had to cover. That kind of go over is how to build a springtail trap. So just to recap here, you just need a container, a wet paper towel, and some mushrooms. You put the paper towel and the mushroom in your container, set it outside for a couple days, and you should see some springtails in there in just a short amount of time. Well, that's all I have. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to learn more about this, I wrote a really detailed blog post about this on my website, hermitgarden.com. So you can just Google hermitgarden.com Springtail Trap, and you should find my blog post there as one of the first links. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.